Channel. Happy New Year's. And of course, this is the January reading for Scorpio for January 2018, and I'm shuffling for Scorpio right now. And for those of you who are new to my channel, this is going to be a general reading, and it can apply to different areas of your life depending on what is significantly going on. So it can apply to love life, jobs, career, finances, health, family, friends, personal stuff, whatever really is going on that may connect with your energy, okay? Because it is general, it may or may not apply to every single last Scorpio out there. This can apply to Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Venus, and Mars, depending on how significant that is in your chart. I know some people who have a double sign in their chart, and therefore they can relate to that sign, okay? So I do pray for the messages to reach those who it needs to reach. So if it resonates, great. If it does not, then you may want to seek out a personal reading with me so that I'm doing a reading for your particular energy only, because those readings always resonate, okay? All right, so shuffle again here. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, prettytarot.com. If you would like to donate to support this channel, you can visit paypal.me/prettytarot. Okay, and I appreciate all of the support and the positivity. I will be doing the readings for those who participated for the drawing. When you comment in the videos, it enters your name to be able to participate in a drawing for a free mini reading, okay? So I'm going to be knocking those out. I'm also going to be doing the the 2018 readings for all of the signs, where I do a prediction for the whole year for each sign, okay? So that will be coming up soon as well. And I'm just trying to make sure I get the energy from the last reading that I did out of those cards here, so that I got the Scorpio energy. Okay. And if you like the reading, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. And definitely let me know what you feel about the readings in the comment section. Now, this month for you Scorpios, it looks like you guys are kind of focused on the fact that you either harbor some regrets or you feel like you took a loss in some form. Whether that is a real actual loss or whether it is an imagined loss, because maybe you're thinking you lost out or you lost something, or maybe you're thinking something was a waste or something got wasted. Maybe you might even be feeling like you missed out on an opportunity somehow, but it's not necessarily so, or not necessarily true. It could just, like I said, be a feeling or something, okay? Some of you could be regretting something and just literally, some of you could be crying over spilt milk. And like I said, it may not necessarily be an actual loss. Hopefully no one has actually lost a loved one or a friend or whatever, but that's kind of what the focus is there. So yeah, and what's interesting is while I'm shuffling here for the other deck that I'm going to use, you guys got the 8 of Cups to pop out. So this is signaling that you guys may be moving on. I'm sorry, I'm a little nasally because I'm dealing with a cold or whatever, but so bear with me. But you guys may be dealing with a situation of where you decided to move on to seek better, or maybe someone else decided to move on to seek better. Some of you could just be experiencing the fact that you feel like you hit a wall and you just don't quite know how to get past it or get through it or get by it or whatever. Some of you could be literally feeling like you're looking on the outside in, and feeling left out and feeling like, well, why can't I have this or have that, everybody else have this or have that, or why do I feel left out? I want to be included too, or whatever, whereas others of you could literally be experiencing where you are kind of maybe caught in a web in some form, or maybe And it could be imagined, not never necessarily real. Whereas others, you could literally be fearing something so small that appears to be scary or appears to be intimidating and running from it potentially, or turning your back to it because you just can't bear to see it. You can't bear the see it or stare at it or whatever, or you don't want to face it, or it scares you. And it probably shouldn't, because it's a small little spider coming down, mind its own business. And if you guys know the fairy tale about is it Mary with her curds and way or whatever? Because the whimsical tarot is based off of fairy tales or whatever. So I'm giving the interpretations that I know is related to this card, but I'm also going by the traditional meanings of the tarot as well. But some of you could just literally be abandoning whatever was nourishing you, like I said, because you're afraid of something that really it shouldn't intimidate you so much, because you're greater than it, or you're larger than it. It's just a little spider, but figuratively speaking or whatever, it may creep you out, but maybe it's not as scary as you think. Okay. That popped out while I was trying to finish shuffling for you guys. But interestingly enough, in the past position, you guys have this thing where you sought to move on to seek better. Either you or someone else did this, but so it's not a coincidence that card popped out. And so that's something significant for you guys to point out in your reading. Because of that, I'm not going to go over the past position anymore. And the past could have covered the last few weeks, the last few months, or the past year, maybe even well beyond that. Okay. So this is one reason why you guys probably shouldn't skip shuffling. I started doing the reading at, I think, 2:35 is what it says. So if any of you guys skip the shuffling and you're wondering what I'm talking about now, go back and look. Never skip the shuffling, because if a card pops out, I'm going to read on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and lay these other cards out. I just try to shuffle as much as I can possible to make sure that I'm not getting the energy from the last reading that I just did. So that's why I take my time with it. It's worth it, because trust me, there's nothing crazier than to get the energy from the last reading, All right, so now I can go ahead and continue forward with your reading. So yeah, so you guys, you have that Five of Cups, meaning you're feeling a loss or regret or whatever, crying over spilt milk and things like that, whatever it could be. But you're missing out on the fact that there's still an opportunity here, because there's still 2 cups full of milk, wine, whatever you want to call it, right behind you. But you got to come out of this mourning, come out of this disappointment, this depression, this sense of regret, this sense of like, oh my gosh, this was a loss, or I lost, or I things got wasted, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Come out of that dark area. And, understand that there's still opportunities, but you have to be willing to turn around and look and seek those opportunities, or just know that they're right behind you if you just come out of that wherever that mode is. For some of you, you need to look at the glass half full instead of half empty. Change your perspective. But what's aiding this is some of you could have been in the dark about something. And maybe you could have also, possibly some of you could have been distracted by something as well, where it looks like, you're focused on something that appeared to be just out of this world, or just amazing, or whatever it was. But in the meantime, while you were distracted, things completely slipped away from you, and things just kind of like the bowl and the spoon's running off, and the doggy bag is getting away from this dog. You guys, if you know the fairy tale, that's what this is based off of. But the moon typically is all about deceit, deception, lies, or things being hidden under the surface that you cannot see or not aware of. It can also signify psychic intuition, you becoming illuminated, where you become aware of things intuitively, or you just become aware of things and you start to see things. But some of you could still not be seeing it, because either you're choosing not to Or maybe you might be disillusioned about a situation where somebody could deceived you, or you're just choosing to not see things. Or like I said, maybe somebody's hiding something from you. Whatever the case is, that's what's aiding this sense of loss, the sense of regret, the sense of a lack of opportunity or a loss of an opportunity, whatever it is. What's crossing that is you have a need here to take charge, take control, use your wisdom, your experience, your knowledge, and maybe even seek out wise counsel if you still can't decide or figure out what it is that will work out best, not only for yourself but the greater good of all. Okay, but you have a need to empower yourself and to make the tough choices, the tough calls or whatever, because either someone has either dropped the ball here, you know and this could be out of vanity, focusing on one's reflection, in which you may or may not be able to see that in the card, or this is due to a desire to make a wish, in which this dog could also be dropping this bone into the well, whereas we would drop a coin into a well to make a wish. Or in the traditional meaning, this could be this need to take charge and take control and empower yourself and make the tough choices and tough decisions, the tough calls, because you are trying to protect what it is that you have, protect what it is you worked for, protect what it is that you earned, protect whatever it is that is of value to you, whether it's money, whether it's your investments, whether it is your heart, whether it is your relationships or yourself or someone else, whatever this is. It also could be you maybe be struggling with the need to let go of something, or relinquish control, or you may be, like I said, trying to hang on in the situation, and maybe you could be struggling with your desire to hang on and wondering, is it worth it to still hang on, onto whatever this is in your situation. Okay, so whatever is going on, for some of you, I'm getting, don't become distracted by illusions. Don't become distracted by things that you may feel like is interfering, or a distraction to you. Or don't become distracted by what may appear to be one way, but it may be another way. And if you know you need to do something in order to either protect whatever it is you value, or to let go of something because you realize it no longer holds value, then make the tough call, tough decisions. But that's going to be completely up to you guys. But because you have the Five of Cups indicating that you feel like it was a loss or a regret in some form, I'm concerned, because this card usually always signifies that it's not a loss, because there's still opportunity here. And you could just be missing out on that because you won't turn around and look, because you're too busy crying over these spilled cups of milk or whatever, okay? So I just feel the need to say that to you guys, whoever's paying attention, whoever's watching. But what's hanging over the situation here, you guys have a choice to make between one path or another, or one direction or another, okay? And what's aiding that is your desire to move up to the next level. You have this desire for things to move up, escalate for you, for things to just really go to that next level for you guys, okay? Or for some of you to complete something, or really just reach that level that you're really hoping to, okay? What's underlying the situation here is the fact that you could be anticipating a merger. You could be anticipating a partnership. You could be anticipating a relationship, or you could be anticipating receiving or making an offer that may benefit you in someone else. You could be, anticipating or desiring to have an even exchange, or to forgive and reconcile, or to sign a contract or something that may benefit you, or whatever this is. For some of you, it may, like I said, be a relationship. It may be a marriage. It could be anything, depending on what's going on in your life, okay? This card could represent a lot of different things, you guys, but you look like you are trying to work on it. You're looking like you're trying to do your research, and you're trying to go back to the drawing board and figure out how can you make this work. How can you make something work between you and someone else? Or maybe how can you make an alliance with someone? How can you work on that or whatever? You know, like I said, whether this is a relationship, a partnership of some form, like I said, a contract, or a friendship, an alliance, whatever this is, it holds mutual benefit for who you and whatever part of this is. You both have cups and you're both exchanging cups. You have something to give or take or offer to one another. Okay. Sometimes it's about love. Other times it's about other things in this life. So remember these readings, they can resonate with any area of your life. Okay. Now, I already went over the past position, but because I do have this other card for the past position, like I said, over the past few weeks, past few months, maybe in the past year, well beyond that, you could have sought to move on to seek better because you were trying to hold fast to your values. You were trying to stick to your values and your principles, you know, wanting to hold out on faith as well, possibly for some of you, okay? Wanting to follow your faith, wanting to, like I said, stick to your values, stick to your traditions, stick to what you know is true to you, okay? In the current position, and I'm sorry, let me get something to drink because my throat is really dry. Sorry about that, but in the current position here for you, Scorpio, you guys have a fire sign here. And keep in mind, this does not have to be a fire sun sign. This also could be someone with fire in their rising, their moon, their Venus, and their Mars in my reading. If they have a double sign in their chart, and or it's just significant for whatever reason, then this could be the person, okay? So it's not always sun sign. It could be whatever else is going on in their chart. Like I know someone who has a Leo, Venus, and Mars, okay? And a lot of times they act just like a Leo. They're not even aware of it half the time, but they do. And a lot of times the readings for them resonate with that particular sign. And I always can tell. I have a Virgo, Venus, and Mars. So a lot of times I can relate to the Virgo readings. I also have a Virgo moon, you know. I know someone with a Taurus, Venus, and Mars, you know. Some people, they have a rising and a moon sign that are the same, or a sun and whatever. You guys kind of get this, but I'm trying to explain this for people who may be new to seeing YouTube readings and stuff like that, okay? So, this could be a fire sign. And you guys should know what these signs are. I could say it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or whatever, but you guys would know who this would be. If any of you seen the Libra reading, I don't think I mentioned that water signs are Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? Maybe I didn't need to mention that, but some of you are aware, some of you aren't aware. Anyway, yeah, so this could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, a fire sign. Or it could be someone who they have other characteristics that maybe they fit those characteristics. Like they might be charismatic, they might be confident, they might be charming, they might be a leader of some form, they may be dominant or domineering, they may be bossy, they could be a boss, they could be a leader of some form, you know, a manager, whatever. They could be very compassionate, warm, and very sociable. They also could be someone who is like, you know, fiery, temperamental, arrogant, rude, smug, conceited, you know. It just all depends on their energy and how they're operating. So this person here in your present position, it looks like you have this desire to kind of turn whatever you have that you're dealing with them, or whatever you have going on with them, into gold. You want to turn it into something that is valuable and beneficial, and something that is prosperous, okay? You know, and this could be like also maybe you want to have a prosperous family with them, or a prosperous business with them or a prosperous relationship with them, whatever it could be. The Ten of Pentacles is all, it's all about prosperity and abundance and your happiness in that regard. And generally, it also could be about legacies and inheritance and financial gains or how you benefit. So you also could be looking to see how you could benefit from being with this person, or maybe this person could be seeing how they could benefit from being with you. Maybe you could be seeing how you could benefit from being with each other. Whatever this is all about coming together in a prosperous form, and or whatever. Okay, it's a good thing. I would like to think it's not anything negative. Okay, now. Your concerns here, though, Scorpio, is that something, you feel burdened and you feel weighed down. And, you might also feel like you are carrying the heavy load here, or you're carrying more than your fair share, but nonetheless, you're trying anyway. Because here with the Five of Swords is usually about you want to win, get what it is you want without having to go through any changes. However, it's a burden, or it's just weighing heavy on you, or it's just tough on you. In this particular tarot deck here, the Whimsical, this guy, he's, carrying on about his merry old way, playing his music, enjoying himself, and people are kind of observing and watching him or whatever. And I don't know, they're kind of a little also like they're baffled for some reason, but they may even be questioning what this person is doing and how they're doing it, okay? And that also could be the burden, or what's weighing heavy on you, okay? And that's in your concern position. Your outside influence, Scorpio, is an earth sign. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or someone who appears to be nurturing, caring, kind, sweet, hardworking, very disciplined, very organized, very neat and clean. Someone who possibly could be a parent figure, whether it's yours or they are a parent themselves. Someone who manages things well. They manage finances well. They could appear to have stability and security, meaning they have themselves together. They could also possibly appear, like I said, to be doing really well. As they could also possibly be stubborn, but they definitely could also be down to earth. They also could be someone who appears grounded, someone who so they may also be green, meaning they don't like to waste things, and they may even like to recycle. So it's either someone who fits these characteristics, or it's someone who they have earth somewhere in their chart, whether it's their sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, okay? But in regards to that person, you either are trying to have patience with them, but you're tripping you kind of tripping yourself up here because you're not having patience, and maybe you are in a rush or something, to get down this hill with them or whatever. Or maybe you have kind of fail with them or fell off with them, whatever it could be. This is mostly about patience, but this looks like they took a tumble, they took a fall. So you could have kind of took a tumble or fall with this earth sign or the person, the other characteristics or whatever, or you're just struggling to have patience with them, or maybe they're struggling to have patience with you, or maybe it's also possible that you guys fall out. Maybe they fell out with you, you fell out with them, or they're falling with you. Whatever it is, this is the outside influence. Okay, it also looked like somebody took a leap here, and it just didn't work. In which maybe you need to also be careful and take your time with them, also possibly, or they need to take their time with you. But Scorpio, your obstacle and challenge here is you are not focused. You could have clouded judgment right now because maybe you are confused and unsure and uncertain, and maybe you have too many ideas, maybe you have too many ideals, maybe you have too many options, maybe you have too many things on your plate and you can't quite decide what to do or what to manage or whatever here. Whatever the case is, you're distracted and you have your head up in the clouds. You also, like I said, could be confused, and maybe you need to get focused, but you're struggling to do so. Um, you guys also could be in your own fantasy world as well, and just like daydreaming a lot and fantasizing a lot, but you're not getting nothing done. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get off that bench, okay? If that's what you guys are doing. And it's once again in regards to this earth sign. This earth sign somehow contributes to that. So, you know, they've appeared here twice in your reading. So they carry some sort of significance here for a reason. Either they are an influence. Now, keep in mind, you may have earth in your chart. Okay, like I have a lot of earth in my chart, a lot of Virgo in my chart. Okay, it's not my sun sign, but it's a lot of it in my chart. Moon, Venus, and Mars. So this could be your energy, you know, where you're not patient, you know, as the outside influence, and you're kind of tripping all over yourself and trying to take leaps but falling, or you know, not being careful, or in a rush and needing to be patient. And this could be you, you know, kind of like, you know, like I said, needing to once again, like I said, get focused and stop daydreaming. You know, get out of your fantasy world, or make your choices, make your decisions. You know, get clear about what it is you want, what it is you want to do, what you need to do. You know, because either this is another person here, the another earth sign, or the other characteristics influencing all of this, or this is just your energy, that other part of your energy that is, you know, influencing this somehow, Scorpio. Now, you kind of anticipate or expect that, you know, you're going to have a new valuable start, or you're going to gain something of some sort of value. Maybe you're anticipating a new opportunity, whether it's a job opportunity, a career opportunity. Maybe you're anticipating a windfall of a large sum of money, or some form of money. Maybe you're anticipating a new valuable start, a new fresh outlook that will be valuable to you. You know what I'm saying? And that could be anything, you know, health, love, whatever it is, jobs, whatever, you know. But at the same time, you're hanging in there, and you're waiting for this other shoe to drop. You're waiting for something to fall through, because you're anticipating something valuable coming through for you. And for some of you guys, I feel like this is money or a major opportunity that you guys are anticipating, that could be financially well off, okay, for you guys, or whatever. Like I said, it can relate to other areas of your life, whether it's a love life thing, a relationship, whatever, health. But you guys are hanging in there, okay? Because you know you have something, you expect something valuable to come through for you guys, whatever that could be, okay? Some of you may also kind of have some hangups about an opportunity as well, or whatever this is that holds a lot of value to you, that you're anticipating receiving or offering or making or whatever, okay? Now, in your future position, and this is between now and the next few weeks or the next few months, maybe, you know, could go beyond that, but this is usually between now and the next few weeks or the next few months. You guys have a new beginning or new start that could start off rough. It could start off a little bumpy, or it could be a start that is difficult to get off the ground. And it's because it seems like here we go again with this particular fire sign. I had to make sure that this, of who I was seeing, because sometimes my eyes plays trick on me. But this is the fire sign again. Now, they were presented before in your present position, where you were anticipating, or they're anticipating to build something valuable with you, or yeah, or to you know what I'm saying, or to have a happy blessed family, or build a legacy together, or to build something valuable together, or to come together in a very prosperous way, okay? Or to benefit from one another, whatever the case could be. They're here again in the future position. So whatever you have that you start with them, it could get off to a possible rough start. Now, it could be because of this earth sign here somehow is like an influence in it, or it could be because you are kind of like that roadblock. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I said this also could possibly be your energy, this earth sign energy, because if you have a lot of earth in your chart like I do, and I got it there triple, so I might as well be, I might as well be an earth sign, right? Or a Virgo or whatever. But so this is going to resonate differently for some of you guys in how it resonates. But whatever the case is, there's a new start. And it doesn't mean that it will remain difficult or that it will remain a little rocky or a little hard to get off the ground or difficult to start for whatever the reason could be. For whatever reason, there's something that's difficult for you to start with this person, this fire sign, or the person with fire in their chart, the other characteristics, or like I said, it could just get off to a bumpy start or a rough start. It doesn't remain that way though. Once you get past whatever this is that is causing things to start off a little rocky, or whatever this is that's making things a little hard to start with them, things will go fine from that point. Things will go well from that point. But you have to get past whatever it is that is, causing you guys that difficulty from the start, Now your outcome is here, and make sure you're proactive about that, Now your outcome here is that it looks like you're going to take a rest or you're going to take a break. You may even take a vacation. Okay, so this is either you're going to take a break from this earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or you're going to take a rest from them somehow. You're just somehow you're going to take a rest from them or take a break from them, to recover, to think, to do your own thing or whatever. Or you could be, going to take a vacation with them or a trip or something. If I were doing clarifying cards and I got the Chariot card to go with this, then I definitely would be saying it is a trip that you'd be taking with them, or a vacation that you'd be taking with them. However, it's not a guarantee because I haven't pulled any clarifiers. But I've got a feeling for many of you, this is about taking a break from them, or taking a rest from them. Because you need time to yourself, you need time to think, you need time to make a choice or a decision or whatever this is, because of whoever the fire sign is. This also could be just you, yourself. If you have all that earth energy like I do in your chart, you just probably need to take a break or take some time to kind of like figure something out maybe, or just to take a rest or break, or maybe you need a vacation. Okay, definitely seek out a personal reading with me if you want to know more about that situation. Okay, if it doesn't resonate with you, you still probably should get a personal reading with me, because then you can get a reading that resonates for your energy only. Okay, I'm doing the advice section now of the reading, so I'm going to go ahead and pull different cards from different decks that I have. But if you're interested in get a personal reading with me because you need to know more details, okay, for this month as to what's going to come out of your situation, or to get details that resonate with you even more than this reading or whatever, or you want to see what else is coming up or what's going on, let me know, because in a free general reading on my channel, I don't clarify on the cards anymore. I used to do that, but now I don't, because I feel like since I'm using two different decks, you know what I'm saying, that gives enough clarification in itself. But however, this reading looks like you guys might want some more details. So if you do, hit me up for a personal reading on my website at prettytarot.com. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get that advice. Okay, so wow, this is crazy. You guys have the earth sign popping back up again here, okay? But this is thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible type of energy here with this earth sign. And keep in mind, I'm gender neutral, so even if it's a queen or a king, to me, that's just whatever that that sign is or whatever, okay? But it says make time for those around you, okay? Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understandable manner. Okay, I got 4 cards that fell here. I'm not going to read 4 cards. If it was just like maybe 2, maybe even 3, I would do it. But 4, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so remember, make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner, okay? And also keep in mind that for whatever reason, this earth sign keeps appearing here, or it could just be your energy. Now, something else I want to point out here in this card. There's a person here. There's a woman. It doesn't matter to me that it's a woman. It could be a man too. But this is a person here, and I wish you could see this even better. She is using her power, and she is manifesting this big old pot of gold and money and coins. And, you know, I've never taken the time to pay attention to this before. But today it stood out. And that means something. You know, intuitively that means something to me. She is pulling coins and prosperity and money from everywhere out the woodworks, using her power, using her gifts, okay? Using her gifts. So for any of you who maybe this reading is about your financial situation, your jobs, your careers, your prosperity overall, no matter what. And it can relate in other areas of your life as well. But I feel like for some of you, this definitely could be about jobs, career, and finances and money. It can relate to other areas as well. But that card is pointing out that you have the power and you have the gifts and you have the skills to literally pull the money, the resources, the blessings, the prosperity that you truly want, and it is going to come to you. You have the gifts, you have the skills, you have it, you have the power, you have the ability to manifest it, okay? Because she is using her power and she is using her gifts, she is using her skills, she's using her ability to manifest, and she's pulling it. She's pulling the prosperity, the coins, the money, the success. She's pulling it to herself in this big old pot full of gold coins and riches and values. So, Scorpio, you need to put in your work and manifest. You need to make sure that you are doing what you can to manifest what you know you have. Make sure you're using your skills, making sure you use your gifts. Don't underestimate what you have to pull what you need to pull to you. But what's interesting is you guys, in your expectations, you already expect and know that you got something big and large coming to you, that you already know that you've got a lot of money coming to you. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to, whether you're going to get that raise, that promotion, have a new opportunity career-wise or job-wise to come to you, or whatever this is that holds a lot of value to you. You know it's going to be offered. You know it's coming. You are just hanging in there and you're waiting for it. But some of you also may have some hang-ups about your expectations of how it'll come to you, when it'll come to you, how it'll come through, where it will come through. You know what I'm saying? But what you guys have here is... no, you have the self-esteem card, okay? You need to have respect for yourself, and you need to appreciate yourself, recognize yourself in all the good that you have. You have a good heart. You see this? You have a good heart, and you are protected and you are loved by the divine and by this angel here that is protecting you and always behind you, okay? You also have a lot of people here who are looking at you, and they probably admire you or adore you or whatever, and you may be concerned that someone doesn't see you for you, or people don't appreciate you, or maybe they may be gossiping about you. Don't worry about any of that. Have self-esteem. Love yourself. Know your worth. Know what you have to offer. Know what your true value is. But mostly, know that you have a good heart. And like I said, practice that self-love for yourself. Your self-esteem, knowing what you have to offer, what you have to bring to the table, what you hold is valuable, because you are valuable. Everyone is valuable, and everybody has something to bring to the table. Oh, okay. But sometimes you cannot sometimes you can't gain your greatest blessings until you know your worth, until you know what you who you are, and what you have to offer the world, and what you have to bring to the table, and what you are gifted at, what you're good at, and you appreciate yourself, others will appreciate you, and that will bring in your blessings and your prosperity wherever it is that you're trying to seek it from or hoping to gain it from. I need to plug in my phone real quick before the battery cuts off, because it's already signaling that to me. I apologize about that, but hold on. Sorry, you guys. Okay. There we go. I'd rather plug that in right now than to have my phone cut off of me and then we lose that reading. Okay. You guys are also in denial about something. You guys kind of got your eyes half covered here, okay? You're turning a blind eye to something. And you're aware of something, but you turn a blind eye to it. Don't do that. Don't do it. Somebody's wearing a false mask, okay? Somebody's wearing a false mask, and you can see it. You know you can. But you're choosing to turn a blind eye to it, and that's not going to help you. It also could be you're wearing... Why is it still saying that? It's still saying low battery. Hold on. I cannot have this cut off on me. I don't know why it's still saying low battery. It's just the most bizarre thing in the world right now. There's no way it should say that. You know what? I'm going to plug this in a different way instead. I don't have time for my readings to be cutting off like that. Wow. I am so sorry, you guys. And just when I'm on a roll, too. Okay, so hopefully it's not going to do it again. If it does, I'm going to be upset. Because this should not be happening during a reading. Okay. Like I said, I apologize, you guys. But, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah. You already see something, okay? So if you have, something that you're aware of where someone is being less than upfront or forward, or you're being less than upfront or forward, or someone's not being true, or presenting themselves as who they really are or how they really are, or you're not doing this, whatever it is, if there's someone fake around you and they don't mean you well, whatever it is, if you're not, showing what you're truly capable of and you're holding back, whatever it is, or vice versa, whatever you're in denial about, don't do it. You're turning a blind eye, don't do it, okay? And, get rid of that mask, whether you're the one wearing it or someone else is wearing it, whatever it is, do the right thing, or make sure you're not accepting something that is less than what you deserve. Make sure you're not accepting something that is not favorable to you, or it's not going to work in your favor. Make sure you're also being honest with yourself about your shortcomings or other people's shortcomings, or whatever efforts you're putting in, or whatever efforts that are not being put in, whatever it is. If someone is, if there's a burden because you're carrying more than your fair share of load or whatever, whatever it is, pay attention to that, be honest about it. Moving forward, intuition. Use your intuition, because it's your open door to your opportunity, okay? Use your intuition Everybody has it. If you cannot allow your intuition to come through, take some time to be quiet, to be still. My favorite thing is the Kelly Howe slash brain sync. It's a guided meditation. It's, you know, well, it's not as much as guided. It's a track. You sit there and you listen to it. It has binaural beats and things. Oh, this is interesting. This card pops out as I'm speaking. It says meditation brings answers. Just as I'm speaking on it. Like I said, there's a track by Kelly Howe slash brain sync. And it's called Deep Insight. It's a meditation track. And it has binaural beats. And it has, I think it has beta waves or alpha waves in it. Whatever it is, you listen to it headphones on. You can find it on YouTube for free. Type in Kelly Howe in the search on YouTube and you will find it there. It's called Deep Insight. If you listen to it, I actually bought the track from her website. The website is brainsync.com. And no, I'm not being paid to advertise, not at all. It's just I am literally telling you guys what has worked for me. Every time I listen to that track, it helps me quiet my mind and it allows me to, about to pull some more cards. It allows me to, hear my intuition or, to really kind of tune in. And sometimes I get an epiphany while I'm listening to that track and I'm just like, oh, this is what I need to do, or, oh, that's what it is, and I swear by this. If I don't get an epiphany or whatever that same day, then, or that same moment I'm listening to it, it may happen later on in the day. If not that day, it may happen later on in the week. But I continue to listen to it until I get something. Others of you can just sit and pray, but the answers are there within, okay? You just got to use some meditation. Now, this says just sing. Some of you may actually sing, but this is mostly about get on stage. Show what you have. Show what you have to others. Get on stage and show what you got, Put on your performance. Put on your best, Be heard, but be heard in a very beautiful way, in a very presentable way, Present yourself as your best, because she's dressed up in her best, you know what I'm saying? And she is putting on a wonderful show of who she is and what she has to offer. And in return, she's being adored because she has flowers and things that have been thrown on the stage by her adoring fans, okay? So, just do you. Just do your thing, You have this other thing. Now, this says put others first, okay? So, even if you feel like, for whatever reason, maybe you feel like others need to put you first. Some of you may very well feel that way. You're still being guided to just operate from a place of love, meaning don't make it too much of a big deal about, well, you need to do this for me first or else I'm not doing that. You don't want to take that approach. Just operate from a place of love where you still are the good, loving person or the good, kind, caring, thoughtful person that you are. And just, be willing to just be the good, giving person that you are anyway, and be considerate of others regardless, because that will pay off for you anyway as well, okay? It's a good karma thing, it's good karmic energy. And don't worry about too much what other people are doing if you feel like they're not giving back to you. Still be the good person that you are. And if you feel like you need to take that break or that rest to recover because you're worn out or worn down, or rather, however that may be that you're worn out or down, either because your own energy is just like, I can't do it anymore. Because this is Robin Hood. And what does Robin Hood do? Robin Hood, he gives back. He gives back. He spreads the wealth. Sure, he takes wealth from the rich, stingy people, and he spreads it out to those who are less fortunate. He's a giver. He gives, but he means well when he does it, So it's funny that even though this is supposed to be an earth sign, that, like I said, if you have any earth in your chart, that could be your energy where, you are very much like Robin Hood, you know, or whatever. Or maybe that person is like Robin Hood. Now, for those of you who this reading is relating to your love life, I've pulled some romance angel cards for you. Even if it doesn't resonate with your love life, sometimes these cards are so general with the messages that they can relate to other areas of your life. So, playfulness, you know, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, okay? So, you know, get playful. Don't be so uptight if you are uptight. Be willing to be more free-spirited and maybe more sweet and more, you know, fun, you know, whatever the situation is. Because that energy, you know, be willing to flirt if this is involving your love life. If it's not involving your love life, then like I said, just be carefree and more free-spirited in a positive, fun way, you know, that could help you in your situation somehow, like maybe take the stress or burden off of you and lighten things up or put you in a better mood. But otherwise, I feel like if this is involving your love life, be willing to be more flirty, more lighthearted, more playful, and not so die-hard serious, okay? And this says new love, okay? There's a potential for new love, and it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It could be a new person, or it could be someone who maybe you didn't know they have the ability to be to change themselves around is also something I'm getting. But it says new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So for some of you, there's the possibility that there is someone new that could come along and could be and they may have romantic feelings for you, and you might enjoy that, you know. Or maybe new love can blossom for you out of a difficult situation, like what I was, you know, presenting before, where you had things may get off to a difficult start or whatever, or be rough to get off the ground. But once you get past that difficult part or whatever, things could go very well. Better, you know, and actually be better or whatever, but you got to get past that rough part. Anyway, that's the Scorpio reading. This wasn't supposed to be 51 minutes, but it was. I'm not timing any of these readings. However long they are is however long they are. You guys can actually speed the videos up and still hear the messages, and then hear them in half the amount of time without it being drawn out, okay? So keep that in mind. I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. Peace. My website is prettytarot.com if you want to get a personal reading with me. PayPal.me.prettytarot if you want to donate to support this channel. Hit the like button if you like the reading. Feel free to comment, because the comments do go into the drawing every month. Thank you. Peace.